Corvo, the Loyalist conspiracy thanks you for your work. I don't know if I can. My own brothers.
We never believed that you killed the Empress. It made much more sense that the Royal Spy Master, now the Lord Regent, was behind it, aided by some of his key allies. We spent a lot of money and exposed ourselves to great risk in getting you out of prison. But we did it because we believe that you're the one that can make the difference.
Oh, and Havelock's looking for you.
Ask me for any gear you need.
Your mind?
Gamble's journal. It's amazing how many overseers he'd been blackmailing. It really is the key to the Abbey. Your work at the Golden Cat was something for the poets, Corvo. Both targets eliminated and Emily delivered to us without so much as a bump or a bruise.
No exceptions.
Not that the streets around us are pleasant, but there's no rioting at least. It's better that we're hidden here in one of the more desolated sections of the city.
What's gotten a hold of you?
With Campbell gone, I've been pressing my remaining contacts within the Abbey, talking to a loyal overseer I know here or there. We'll see how far that takes us.
Martin's devised our next move. There's a footnote in Campbell's journal that tells us the Lord Regent's mistress sat for a portrait with Sokolov, the painter and royal physician. He'll be able to give us her name. Sokolov lives on Caldwin's Bridge about half the time, out over the river. The catch is that I'm afraid you've got to head out right away, while Sokolov is at his apartment on the bridge. Samuel can get you close to the bridge, but you'll have to find Sokolov. Bring him back here intact, and it'll enable us to make our next move. I can't believe what you've done so far. Escaping from Coldridge, taking down the High Overseer, recovering Emily. You make this old military man proud. That's it then.
Off to Caldwin's Bridge, sir. We'll get our sleep later. Just climb aboard when you're ready. What do you think, Corvo? Caldwin's Bridge. You You've been in the city for years, but you lived in Dunwall Tower with the late Empress, so maybe you haven't visited the bridge before tonight. Something to look out for. See all them lights on the water? That's right, we'll be spotted for sure. You're gonna have to shut off their power before I can pick you up. Now, about bringing Sokolov back alive, he's smart. Maybe even smarter than Piero. Got the whole of Dunwall under his thumb with all that natural philosophy business. New technology, potions and the like. Seems dangerous to me. But what do I know? Here we are. I'll meet you at the arches under Sokolov's place when you're ready, Corvo. Assuming, of course, you'll take care of those floodlights.
Understand now. Curfew means ain't nobody allowed to... Yeah, I know. We do see something.
Okay, yeah, I got it. Severely deadly beating.
Citizens and visitors to our city, by order of the Regent, the curfew is now active. No foot traffic is allowed across Caldwin's Bridge until curfew is lifted. Attention all citizens. No pedestrian movement is allowed along Caldwin's Bridge during this period. Curfew will end tomorrow morning at sunrise.
Let me know if you want to gamble on the hounds again. You always amuse me.
Citizens and visitors to our city, by order of the Regent, the curfew is now active. No foot traffic is allowed across Caldwin's Bridge until curfew is lifted. Attention all citizens. No pedestrian movement is allowed along Caldwin's Bridge during this period. Curfew will end tomorrow morning at sunrise.
That's just ridiculous. Stupid rats. No, stupid cut.
Can I buy your ration of elixir from today?
You're such a char.
Citizens and visitors to our city, by order of the Regent, the curfew is now active. No foot traffic is allowed across Caldwin's Bridge until curfew is lifted. Attention all citizens. No pedestrian movement is allowed along Caldwin's Bridge during this period. Curfew will end tomorrow morning at sunrise.
Curse the plague and this blasted curfew. How is anyone supposed to make a living?
Well now, Mr. Pratchett, a wealthy man like you needs the city watch.
Gangs are cutting throats and
Smashing windows left and right, and the that might be worth checking out. Gangs are cutting throats and smashing windows left and right, and the weepers, excuse me, the plague victims are worse. Are you saying the Lord Regent is wrong for imposing curfew?
It won't do you any good to bait me, officer. But don't worry, I'll be fine. I'll be fine.
am the one! I am the one who sees...
Rivers change course over many lifetimes, and eventually all bridges tumble down. 1,000 years ago, there was another city on this spot. The people carved the bones of whales into runes and inscribed them with my mark. Children still find them washed up in the river mud. Anton Sokolov has made a great study of my runes, but he's not special like you are. He wasn't chosen, and he doesn't wear my mark, so he can't unlock their secrets. Sokolov believes there are specific words and acts that can compel me to appear before him. He searches old temples in Pendicia and ruined sub-basements in the flooded district. He performs disgusting rituals beneath the old abbey. But if he really wants to meet me, he could start by being a bit more interesting.
Alec's gone and so are the pearls. I hope he was smart enough to stash them someplace before he got caught. You're the one told him to go scout around. That's right. Scouting is when you find out what the guards are doing and come back. Well, now we have the guards.
Did you see the technical officer before coming on duty?
Yeah, he kicked you earlier. Made us all touch the charger and left the fleet.
Okay, good. We can't lose any more men to the Ark pylons. Touch the charger before your ship when the duty officer brings it by, and the Ark pylon will pry you.
Those things give me the willies, sir.
You'll be thankful when Slackjaw's boys come down the street to slit your ricker. It'll be fun to watch them turn to ash. There was a time when we didn't need these things to keep a gang of kids down. I think since the plague,
none of them expects to live past 20.
So why be scared of anything?
Hey, you there! Show yourself! City Watch, wake up!
Got some low...
Okay, one last time. And we gotta keep an eye on things. Jeez. Ready? Now, you got your basic pair of two pairs. Next comes the tall towers. And then, Captain's quarters. What the point is that? Wait a minute. Who's that? check the whale oil?
What for? The lights are working perfect.
Well, there's nothing to do. And I like climbing the pillars.
Just leave the oil tanks behind. Why they always gotta
We should get our story straight. You know, in case they kill us.
No time to blow. We got something about it.
What the? Come
dies.
watching them turn and yes, round and around, like the cycle of life. Such a wondrous symbol of the progress we've made in industry. If you say so, sir. And remember, Guardian, we must make sure they keep turning. It would look very bad on your record. Very bad indeed, should the factory shut down on your watch. Yes, sir.
Guards, come in!
I just love watching them turn and turn. What, them wheels? Yes, round and around, like the cycle of life. Such a wondrous symbol of the progress we've made in industry and invention. If you say so, sir. And remember, Guardsmen, we must make sure they keep turning. It would look very bad on the record. Very bad indeed, should the factory shut down on your watch. Yes, sir.
What's going on there?
Keep these rats off me so that I can get out. Take care of the rats, please. Stop that. Thank you for helping me. I thought it was safe, but there were rats. So many rats, completely infested. I know some folks aren't superstitious, but I swear, the rats showed up after a man came through, waving around an amulet of some kind. It looked like it was made of bone. But he's dead now, like the others who were living here.
none of our concern the how or why of things. And if you want your elixir rations, then I suggest you stop your wondering. These are pigs. Pigs for Sokolov's experiment.
And pigs mean nothing to me. Understand?
Right. I mean, why worry about a couple of disgusting smelling pigs, you know?
now turn my hopes and energies to Formula 25, which in conjunction with a high heat therapy...
I don't have anything to take. What is this? Thank you, whoever you are. He kept me in a cage, like an animal. The pain is horrible right now. So I'll just hide in a corner and leave when I'm feeling better.
Royal physician himself. He made a neat job of it. Drop him here and we'll be off. They set up a cell for Sokolov in the old kennel. Shackles and everything. It'll be a shock, him waking up in the straw and old dog poop. But from what I hear, he's woken up worse places. Guess we all have at that.
Well done, Corporal. Well done. I doubt a dozen soldiers could have done it better. Sokolov's knowledge will enable us to strike at the Lord Regent directly, and ultimately help you get your life back. Soon, we won't have to hide in the shadows. The royal physician is brilliant, but he was a fool to protect the Lord Regent. Sokolov gave us the elixir, the war machines. He could have made us a great nation. Now he pays the price for siding with a tyrant. You have my thanks, sir. If you wish to get some sleep, now is a good time.
Attention citizens. This evening, the streets adjacent to Pendleton Manor will be closed for a private ceremony following the tragic loss of two of our city's best and brightest, the Lords Custis and Morgan Pendleton. All holdings and parliamentary votes now fall to Lord Trevor Pendleton, who asks for respect during this time of mourning. Attention Dunwall citizens. Be aware that looting of evacuated areas is a serious offense and will be summarily punished by officers of the watch.
We're getting closer
Display
to
your
reaching
pride
our
in
goal.
Dunwall by
But our
respecting
position
the
becomes
property and
more
rights of
dangerous.
others in these trying times and preserving the timeless beauty of our fair city.
Riverboats pass day and night. The looters join start gathering once they're sure the plague has burned.
Lord Pendleton, Memoirs, Chapter 41, in which I bed two of the boiled women and only missed the third by virtue of some inclement weather. It was the month of rain, and to counter the gloom, the boiled ladies hosted 3 nights of barren light.
Please be as quiet as you can. It took forever for Emily to fall asleep. Poor dear. It's okay, Emily, I'm here. She seems happier when you're here. Though I know you have important things to do. Out there, in the city.
There's hardly a need to work on table etiquette. She knows all, even if she chooses not to employ it. She'd rather her spoon by the wrong end and pretend it's a sword. Then suddenly she changes and she's all manners, asking for a tea party. I tried to oblige her, but I have little to work with. No proper plates. Instead of a cloth napkin, I've only the bar rag. Ale mugs instead of teacups. I've asked for things befitting her, but they have their minds on other things. For now,
She still has bad
Emily and I
dreams.
decided to make a pretend.
Though it's understandable given all she's
paper
been through.
and little things she's found here.
Sometimes she calls out to me. Sometimes she
Wake up! You were making funny faces while you were sleeping. I decided to nap here in your room while Callista was taking her bath. She told me if there's ever trouble, I should always run here. Callista will come get me when she's done with her bath. Thanks, Corvo. It makes me feel better.
I hope Sokolov will cooperate.
Royal physician. I believe you and Corvo knew each other.
I know it looks... I was inventing a new kind of lock. The tumblers shaped like snowflakes. Okay. The truth is, there is no snowflake lock. I was just, looking through the lock. I couldn't bear it if she knew. I know you're a man of honor, and I also know that you can kill me at any time. And for both of these reasons, I apologize and beg for your discretion. You require my unique services? We can quickly return to my shop.
Can't you see I'm about to bathe? I understand. It was an accident. We have such a hard time maintaining privacy in such a crowded house, don't we?
Evacuated areas is a serious offense and will be summarily punished by officers of the Watch. Display your pride in Dunwall by respecting the property and rights of others in these trying times and preserving the timeless beauty of our fair city.
You're part of this rabble.
but I know you have your reasons.
Yes, he does. All we need is the name of the Lord Regent's mistress. It's very simple.
I elect not to tell you. You will have to force the words from me, and I warn you, my willpower is quite legendary. King Street brandy? I didn't know any more existed. It is an extraordinary gift. I see I'm dealing with men of taste. I can tell you this much. She was always referred to as Lady Boyle. I painted her to be sure, but I never saw her face or learned her first name. You see, I painted her from behind. I assure you, she still makes a striking portrait. But I do not know which Boyle she is. I was to be introduced to her at a masked ball in her honor this very night. But I will miss that party, it seems.
A masked ball at the Boyle estate. Tonight? The timing is perfect, Corvo. But the Boyles are wealthy and ruthless, so security will be very tight.
Of course, you already have a mask, don't you, Corvo?
He's right. You will be able to mingle with them once you're on the ground. You'll have to find out which of the Boyle women is connected to the Lord Regent and take her out in whatever way you can devise. We're very close now. If you do this tonight, we'll be able to strike at the Lord Regent himself and put Emily on the throne. May the wind favor you.
I hear you're off to the Boyles' little bash tonight. I have just a tiny favor I'd like to ask you. Could you give this note to Lord Shaw? You'll know him. A rather brusque man wearing a wolf's mask. In fact, he may be looking for me.
I knew Sokolov would see reason and tell us what we need to know. He never actually liked the Lord Regent.